Hey YouTube, it is Nicole here. Once again, I hope your Sunday is going great. Mine's going good. Went by fast this weekend, I tell you, but that's how it goes. So, anyway, I wanted to speak on the whole the black teens, black boys, black girls that's gone missing, and how the media, there's been a blackout as usual. They never talk about our missing children and adults. So, I wanted to speak on that, and I wanted to give a big shout out to everyone in social media who has gotten this story, trending and getting the word out and trying to find our children, our missing adults as well, missing girls and boys, not just girls, but girls and boys. I feel like within this story, the boys have gotten lost in the shuffle, and I think we need to remember that it is boys who are also missing. I have to think about that because I have one son, my only child, and I don't even want to imagine if my son went missing one day. So let's not forget our boys either. The girls, yes, important too. We don't want to forget our girls or our boys. And I have a few things on my mind about this. One of the things I feel we need to stop doing is getting in front of media, crying our eyes out, begging and yelling about why aren't you guys doing this and we need to. No, 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 no. We have to have a different mindset when it comes to stuff like this. Yes, we can rant and rave about it, but at the end of the day, I feel like it does nothing. I'm always trying to find solutions to any type of issue, no matter how big or small. And one of the first things I think we need to start doing is supporting initiatives that are trying to help our people. So, for example, if you guys don't know, there is a foundation called Black and Missing that is ran by Natalie and Derica Wilson. I believe they're sisters, but yes, they are a amazing foundation. I've actually donated money to them before. I need to do it again. And that's what they do on a daily basis. You can go to their website, blackandmissing.org, donate to this foundation, help spread the word about this foundation, and do whatever you can. They're also on Facebook. You need to follow them as well. Every day they post all about our missing black men, women, and children every day. So please support this foundation. I think they also do fundraisers. They do like the 5K races and stuff like that to raise money for the foundation. So please Google them, support them, put your money behind them. Derica Wilson has been out there fighting the mighty fight. More power to the sister because she has been out there pounding the pavement, trying to bring attention to our missing. She was also very pivotal in helping TV One bring together the shortly lived, unfortunately, show Find Our Missing. And I'm very upset that we didn't get behind that show like we get behind Fatal Attraction or For My Man or Unsung. We should have got behind that series just like we got behind all the other ones that are still on the air. So that show only lasted 2 seasons, and I was a loyal watcher of that show. I would actually record each episode that would come on, and hey, if I ever saw a person or a child that fit the description on that show, I wanted to have each episode saved. I was a loyal viewer of that show, and I was so upset that they had to axe it because people wasn't looking at it. The viewership was low. I asked around about it, and that's basically what happened. We didn't watch the show. So, that's in TV land. If it's not getting the ratings, the viewership, they axe it. So that's another thing I think we dropped the ball on. And what I feel like we should do is possibly petition to TV One to bring that show back. Because if you guys know the show Disappeared that airs on Investigation Discovery, the ID channel, they actually took Disappeared off the air and they brought it back because many people, many white people that did watch that show, they demanded that they bring it back, and they brought it back, I want to say last year. So that's another great show. They would also showcase, black stories as well. But I mean, TV One's Find Our Missing was so important because it focused on our people. You know what I'm saying? No, everyone deserves to be found before anyone comes on here saying it's not just black people. No, I understand that. But there is no avenue. And when we have these avenues, we need to use them up until We can't anymore. So I think that's another idea we need to do. We need to write TV1 and anyone who'll listen and say, hey, we need to bring this show back. How can we find our missing if we're not even, trying to take on an effort to find our missing? So that's another thing I want to speak about. The third thing I want to speak about, what I'm already starting to see, and it's already starting to piss me off. Please do not bring the gender warring crap into this conversation about finding our missing. I am already seeing comments on certain, if you're on Facebook or whatever, and you see an article about it, I am already seeing comments from black women and some black men too. But I'm seeing comments from black women already starting to say, this is why the black man, this is, no, blaming the black man, blaming the black man. Listen, guys, we have got to stop this. This blaming the black man, blaming the black woman, it gets us nowhere. It truly gets us nowhere. We as a collective have to come together. We have to stop blaming the black man, the black woman, it's your fault. This is happening. This is going on. I've already seen a YouTube video saying, our brothers let down the missing. No, we as a community let down our missing. We need to get back to the basics of it. A child in the whole village, point of view. You guys get what I'm saying. I'm a little, fried right now in the brain. I've been up late. So, but you guys get what I'm saying. We have got to stop this. Blame the black man, blame the black woman. I don't like it. I think it's a weak excuse for us as a people as a whole to do better, to be better. So if you guys seeing this kind of stuff of blaming the black man, you guys need to speak out on it. You need to speak against it, because I feel like it does nothing but bring further division between the black man and the black woman. And I am about bringing the black man and the black woman back together as a unit, as one whole, because those in dominant society, they want to see us at each other's throats, and we should not be operating on that level. At this point, it needs to be, we are together as one. Okay? Don't bring in what you went through in your life, blaming it on everybody else, because that's not fair. Okay? We have got to stop this horrible cycle of blaming the black man or blaming the black woman. I really wish we would stop this. If we got to start fresh, we got to start anew. Because it's been years and decades of just this divisiveness, and it needs to end. We need to come together. Okay, so if you guys see people doing that, just tell them to stop it. It gets us nowhere. It's very annoying. It's so dated. It's stale. It's just pathetic. And I think we need to stop this. Blame this person. Blame that person. I don't even think some of you realize when you do that, all you're doing is playing into their hands. You're playing into the hands of the Brianna Harmon Talbots out there. You're playing into their hands when you consistently want to blame the black man. You're not helping, you're hurting. At this point, I'm done blaming the black man. Well, I never was that type of person anyway, because I think it's just a lost cause. I'm about the black man, black woman. But if you're out here wanting to blame the black man and the black this and that, I'm sorry, you've already lost me. And I think it's a weak excuse. And other black women who feel like I do, we also need to speak out on this, because it does nothing. It doesn't help. It just murkies up the situation even worse. Yes, we need our black men to come together and join us, just like we need our black women to join us, help us come together. It's none of this back and forth. It gets us nowhere. So please don't do it. All right. And I'm trying to think of the last thing, but those are the three main things I wanted to hit on. We need to support any type of program foundations that are geared towards helping our people. We have to stop relying on those in the media, or as I like to call it, the white supremacist media. We have to stop relying on them, and we have to start doing for self. We have all the social media access, cameras, videos. We can get the word out just as much as they can. I mean, it's crazy how social media basically was the driving force behind getting this story out. So it shows that we don't need them. and we can figure this out. And like I said, and thirdly, let's stop the division. Let's stop the gender warring. It's old. It gets us nowhere, and we need to a fresh new start. We need to just start slowly building and getting our stuff together, because we're going to continue to be this fractured community that just wants to blame each other, and I feel like it gets us nowhere. So, I'm trying to think what else I want to say. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I had to get on camera for this actually to speak my mind about it. I think it's sad. I'm hoping every day we can find our missing people. And, we're dealing with the organ harvesting. That's scary as hell. Just thinking about that. The human sex trafficking, all this stuff. Please know where your kids are on a daily basis. If they're on any type of social media, you need to have their password. You need to know everything. You need to make your another profile, just to follow and see what they're doing. Know what your kids are up to. Know who their friends are. Know who they're hanging out with. That is what helps, bring down these cases of kids being missing if we're not in our kids' lives actively. Let me tell you something. My son's father is a geek nerd. Let me tell you, it'll never be any not knowing what's going on. If social media is still around, my son becomes like a teen and whatnot. He's going to know everything. He knows how to hack, crack, and get into everything. So my son, unfortunately, he won't be able to get away with any of that kind of slick stuff. So a lot of us need to get educated in all the latest gadgets. Parents, you got to get in your kids' lives, know what they're doing, know their friends, know what's going on in their schools, their lives. We have to be on top of this kind of stuff, because this is how our kids become missing, and they're trapped in the system. And it's just sad. It's sad to think about, but I definitely think it's important that we know everything and anything that's going on with our children. So, yes, stick together, Black people. Stop the division. Stop all that crap. It gets us nowhere. And let's get to work. We got to get to work and do the right thing. So, all right, guys. Well, I hope your night is nice and pleasant. And I will see you guys in the next video.